your partner has been struggling with a whirlwind of emotions lately, leaving them confused about many aspects of your relationship and even questioning whether you might be hiding something from them. This confusion isn't born out of a lack of love or care, but rather from deep-seated trust issues and past experiences that have left them vulnerable. At times, when old wounds are triggered by everyday situations or minor misunderstandings, they tend to overreact in ways that seem disproportionate to the situation. This heightened sensitivity is not a reflection of your actions but a manifestation of their inner turmoil and a desperate attempt to regain a sense of control in an overwhelming world. In the midst of these struggles, there are moments when your partner has inadvertently pushed you away, almost as if distancing themselves was the only way to protect both of you from further emotional harm. They may even seem to doubt your intentions and question your commitment, resorting to self-sabotaging behaviors that only deepen the distance between you. Yet, despite these seemingly contradictory actions, there is an undeniable undercurrent of longing. Deep down, your partner misses you profoundly. They are painfully aware of the mistakes they've made and the ways they may have inadvertently caused pain, even as they continue to fight against the impulse to retreat further into isolation. This internal conflict is perhaps best captured by the metaphor of wandering lost like a tourist in an unfamiliar city. Both of you, despite being in a relationship that is meant to be a safe haven, find yourselves adrift in a landscape filled with uncertainties. Being in a long-distance relationship only amplifies this sense of being unmoored, as the physical separation adds another layer of complexity to the emotional distance already present. The connection you share feels like home, a place of comfort and understanding, yet it is obscured by the challenges of miscommunication, past baggage, and the ever-present fear of vulnerability. Amid this turmoil, your partner has come to realize that your presence in their life has been nothing short of transformative. They see you as someone who has helped them understand themselves on a deeper level, peeling back layers of denial and hesitation that once kept them from fully engaging in the relationship. It is clear to them now that their previous reluctance was not a rejection of you, but rather a reflection of their own internal conflicts and uncertainties. They feel a deep regret for the times they allowed their fears to push you away, and for the moment when they once rejected the possibility of a future with you, a decision they now view as a significant misstep. In a surprising turn of events, your partner has taken concrete steps to address these issues. They have consciously decided to break free from a karmic relationship that had long held them back, choosing instead to spend time alone in order to heal and reflect. This separation from a toxic or repetitive pattern in their life marks a pivotal moment, one where they are finally prepared to take action and embrace the possibility of a more authentic connection with you. The decision to step away from what no longer served them is both courageous and bittersweet, as it opens the door to a future where past mistakes might be forgiven and new beginnings can be nurtured. Soon, you can expect a revelation of sorts, truths that may initially seem hard to believe but are, in fact, the raw and honest reflections of your partner's inner journey. They are on the cusp of sharing insights and confessions that have been bottled up inside for far too long. It is clear that you have played a crucial role in their process of self-discovery, acting as a mirror that has allowed them to see parts of themselves they had long ignored. Currently, they are navigating a personal crisis, grappling with feelings of inadequacy and a diminished sense of self-confidence. Yet, even in this state of vulnerability, there is hope, a hope that one day, when circumstances align, you both will find your way back to each other. This hope is not merely a passive wish but a vision of a future filled with promise and commitment. Your partner dreams of a life where the two of you are not just together, but deeply intertwined, sharing not only romantic affection but also the practical realities of building a life side by side. The thought of marriage and the prospect of sharing every aspect of your lives together have grown increasingly appealing, as they have come to fully appreciate the significance of your bond. Their earlier reluctance to engage in serious commitment has given way to a profound realization: you are irreplaceable, and your presence in their life is something to be cherished and nurtured. What may come as a surprise is the subtle way in which your partner has been keeping tabs on your life. Even though you might feel that you are living separate lives, they have been closely observing you on social media, absorbing every detail of your daily experiences. This quiet vigilance is not meant to invade your privacy, but rather to maintain a connection and a sense of closeness, even when physical distance keeps you apart. They have been collecting these moments as a way to understand you better, to piece together the puzzle of your life, and to prepare for the moment when you will finally meet again. That future meeting promises to be a turning point, one where all the unsaid words and unresolved issues will finally come to the surface. There is so much that both of you need to share: stories, emotions, and experiences that have remained hidden for far too long. Your partner is eager to unveil the progress they have made, including the positive changes they have manifested in their own life. In this future encounter, you can expect not only revelations of personal growth but also the exciting possibility of collaborating on projects that merge your shared passions and talents. Ultimately, the passion that fuels your relationship remains undiminished despite the current struggles. Your partner's journey through self-doubt and crisis is interwoven with an unwavering belief in the potential of your bond. They are working through their issues, learning to trust again, and steadily moving toward a future where the connection you share can flourish. The path may be rocky at the moment, but it is a rock path that is leading both of you toward a destination that holds the promise of a deeper, more resilient love. In their heart, your partner knows that the hardships of today are only temporary, and that the strength of your relationship will ultimately prevail, paving the way for a future filled with mutual understanding, unwavering support, and endless love. I've been wondering where you've been and what you've been up to lately. Lately, it feels as though you've gradually distanced yourself, channeling your energy toward new people, fresh experiences, and different priorities. I remember a time when I believed, with unwavering certainty, that no matter what obstacles life put in our path, we could always find our way back to each other. I cherished the idea that our connection was endless, a powerful cycle that would inevitably draw us together again, no matter the distance or the differences that may arise between us. In the past, I held on to memories of shared laughter, long conversations that stretched into the early hours, and quiet moments of understanding that needed no words. Those memories painted a picture of a bond that was resilient and everlasting. I envisioned us as two souls perfectly intertwined, destined to support and uplift one another no matter how far life might lead us. Yet, as time has passed, I can't help but notice subtle shifts, moments where I sense you drifting away. It seems like the closeness we once enjoyed is fading, and with that realization comes an overwhelming fear that you might choose to move on without me. I confess that I have struggled with my own shortcomings during this time. There is a lingering guilt for not being forthright about my feelings sooner and for unintentionally keeping you in the dark about how deeply I cared. I know now that silence and hesitation have only added to the growing distance between us. Our history together is filled with countless precious memories, trips we took, dreams we whispered into the night, and the quiet moments of vulnerability that built the foundation of what we once shared. These memories remind me constantly of the beauty and depth of our connection, and they compel me to hope for a future where we can create even more. You have always been someone truly special to me, a beacon of sensitivity and wisdom whose presence has inspired me in so many ways. Your kindness, your passion for life, and your ability to lift others with your words and actions have not only shaped who you are but have also left an indelible mark on my heart. I often reflect on the way you have guided me through challenges, much like a teacher who not only imparts knowledge but also instills a sense of hope and possibility. Your unwavering spirit and the gentle strength of your character continue to inspire me every day. Even as I feel the sting of your growing absence, I find solace in the memories of the times when you were my anchor, a constant reminder that no matter the physical or emotional distance, our bond was something that transcended ordinary connections. I still hold on to the belief that if circumstances allow, we will find our way back to one another. The thought of completely losing you is something I can hardly bear, and so I promise you that I will return. I will do whatever it takes to bridge the gap that has grown between us, to mend what has been frayed by time and unspoken words. I recognize that our lives have taken us in different directions and that sometimes distance, whether physical or emotional, is inevitable. Yet, I firmly believe that this separation is only temporary. Life has a way of teaching us valuable lessons about what truly matters, and often it is only in the absence of someone we hold dear that we come to appreciate their significance in our lives. I have learned this lesson in a most profound way, realizing just how deeply you have touched my life. It is only when I felt the weight of your absence that I truly understood how much you mean to me and how integral your presence has been to my own sense of purpose and joy. There is an undeniable strength and fearlessness in you that shines through even when we are apart. Watching you move forward with such resilience has made me reflect on my own shortcomings and the ways in which I might have taken our connection for granted. I see now that the beautiful essence of your heart, so profound, so deep, is something I have not yet fully understood or experienced. I regret not having recognized the full extent of your love earlier, and I am determined to change that. My desire is to honor the memories we have created by being more present, by sharing my feelings openly, and by ensuring that you never feel alone in your journey. I want to offer you not only my apologies for any hurt my silence may have caused, but also a renewed promise, a promise to be there for you, to support you, and to cherish every moment we share in the future. Our journey together may have encountered challenges and moments of doubt, but I truly believe that the connection we share is worth every effort to rebuild and strengthen it. I long for the days when we can laugh together without hesitation, when our conversations flow effortlessly, and when our hearts beat in sync, reaffirming that despite any separation, our bond remains unbreakable. Please know that regardless of the choices you make or the path you decide to follow, you will always hold a special place in my heart. I understand that you might be frustrated or even tired of waiting, but I implore you to trust that this period of distance is just a fleeting chapter in our ongoing story. I miss you more than words can convey, and I need you, your presence, your laughter, your love. Let us use this time apart as an opportunity to grow individually, so that when we come together again, we can create new, beautiful memories that build upon the strength of our past. In the quiet moments when I find myself reflecting on all that we have shared, I feel both a deep sorrow for what has been lost and a hopeful anticipation for what can still be. I am committed to nurturing the connection that once brought us so much joy, and I will strive to be the person who meets your emotional needs, who inspires you as you have inspired me, and who stands by you through every storm and every calm. Our separation is not an end, it is merely a pause, a temporary lull before the resurgence of a bond that has been tested by time and circumstance but remains ever resilient. Let's reconnect, heal, and move forward together. I believe in us, and I believe in the power of our shared history to light the way toward a brighter future. You are irreplaceable, and the thought of losing you forever is something I cannot accept. I will always come back, because my love for you is unwavering and eternal, and our journey is far from over.